Your start strong. Day 1, motivation is high. Day 3, still decent. Day 5, suddenly you're busy, tired, or just not feeling it. And then you say the classic line, I just need to get my motivation back. No, you don't lose motivation. Motivation expires. That's how it works. If motivation were reliable, successful people wouldn't look bored half the time. They look excited. They don't. Here's the uncomfortable part. If your system only works when you feel motivated, then it's not a system. It's a mood swing with a to-do list. And before you start blaming yourself, relax. This isn't a character flaw. This is your brain doing exactly what it's designed to do. Your brain loves novelty. New goals feel exciting. New routines feel meaningful. Your dopamine spikes, you feel productive, and for a moment, main character energy. But novelty fades fast, usually in a few days. And when it does, your brain quietly asks, so why are we still doing this? That's the moment motivation dies. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain stopped getting rewarded. If no one ever explained this to you, that's disrespectful to me, because now you keep restarting instead of progressing. Let's fix that. I'm about to show you the receipts, so don't argue. Let's talk about why motivation collapses so predictably. First, dopamine. Not pleasure, anticipation. Your brain releases dopamine before the reward, not after. That's why starting something new feels amazing. Your brain is predicting a payoff. But here's the problem. Once a task becomes familiar, dopamine drops. Same routine, same effort, same outcome. This is called reward prediction error. When the reward matches expectation, your brain basically shrugs. No spike, no excitement, no motivation. So when you say, I don't feel motivated anymore, what you actually mean is, my brain isn't impressed. Second, willpower. You were told discipline is about trying harder. That's cute and wrong. Willpower is a limited resource, not infinite, not heroic. Every decision you make drains it, even small ones. What to wear, what to eat, whether to start now or in 5 minutes. By the time you reach your important task, your brain isn't lazy, it's depleted. This is why relying on motivation is inefficient. You're stacking effort on top of exhaustion and calling it self-improvement. Third, friction. Your brain avoids discomfort faster than it seeks progress. That's not a mindset issue, that's survival wiring. Anything slightly hard, boring, or unclear gets labeled as later. And later feels responsible. Later feels smart. Later feels safe. Until later becomes never. So when motivation disappears after a few days, it's not random, it's mechanical. Your brain lost novelty. Your willpower ran out, and friction quietly won. That's the system you're fighting against, with vibes. Do I need to pull up a PowerPoint? Stop romanticizing the wrong thing. Now here's where most people mess us up. They hear all this and think, okay, so how do I get my motivation back? You don't. That question is the trap. Motivation is not something you summon. It's a side effect, and you've been chasing the effect instead of fixing the cause. Let's talk habits. There's a reason the habit loop works. Cue, routine, reward. Notice what's missing. Emotion. Your brain doesn't care how inspired you feel, it cares about what happens after you act. If the reward is delayed, unclear, or boring, your brain disengages. This is why long-term goals fail. The reward is abstract. Future me doesn't feel real enough to justify discomfort now. So discipline isn't forcing yourself to suffer. That's ego. And ego burns out fast. Real discipline is reducing friction and engineering rewards that happen now. Make the start stupidly easy, embarrassingly easy. 5 minutes, 1 page, 1 rep. Not because it's impressive, but because it keeps the loop alive. This is called behavioral momentum. Small wins create movement. Movement creates identity. You don't rise to the level of motivation. You sink to the level of your systems. And your current system is built on hope. Hope that tomorrow you'll feel different. You won't, but you can feel consistent. That's the reframe. Stop asking, how do I stay motivated? Start asking, how do I make quitting annoying and starting automatic? That's discipline. Not aggressive, not dramatic, just effective. So no, you don't need a new quote. You don't need a better playlist. And you definitely don't need another day one. What you need is fewer decisions, less friction, and a system that works even when you're bored. Because boredom isn't a sign you're doing something wrong, it's a sign the novelty wore off. That's normal. The people who crush it aren't more motivated than you. They're just less dependent on motivation. They build systems that survive bad moods. They let routines carry them when excitement disappears. That's the sauce. So the next time motivation fades after a few days, don't panic. Don't quit. Don't restart. Lower the bar. Show up badly. Keep the loop alive. You're not broken. You're just human in a world designed to distract you. And yeah, I'm hard on you because I expect more.